It's a story like a Hollywood movie. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are selling their £11 million mansion. They are leaving Montecito. But why? Once upon a time in Montecito. Imagine a grand estate in Montecito, California. It has lush gardens and tall cypress trees. It's a royal home away from the cameras and tradition. But Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are leaving their £11 million mansion. They are putting it up for sale. You might wonder why they are leaving such a luxurious home. Their mansion has 9 bedrooms, 16 bathrooms, a spa, and a wine cellar. It has amazing views. So, why are they leaving this paradise? The glitz, the glamour, and the reality. In 2020, Meghan and Harry moved to Montecito. They wanted peace, privacy, and a new start. It was a perfect escape from royal drama. But paradise isn't always peaceful. Their neighbors are Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres. Privacy is hard to find in Montecito. Living in a mansion like this is expensive. It needs constant upkeep. Even small repairs can become big projects. This is true for any home, but even more so for a mansion. Is Montecito's luxury losing its appeal? Or is there more to their decision? Rumors, whispers, and wild speculation. With Meghan and Harry, there's always gossip. When they sold their mansion, rumors flew fast. Some think they are downsizing for their kids. Others believe they are moving to a private location. Some even think they might move internationally. Could they be going back to the UK or somewhere else? Whatever the reason, they didn't make this decision easily. The changing tide of royal life. Understanding Meghan and Harry's decision requires looking at their life. They faced many challenges, from stepping down as royals to building their brand in the US. Being part of the royal family is tough. Meghan, an American actress, faced tabloid scrutiny and public expectations. It's enough to want a fresh start. Moving to Montecito was supposed to be a fresh start for Meghan and Harry. But with their busy projects, they might not want to stay in one place. They might sell their mansion for a home that fits their future better. New beginnings or new burdens. Selling a mansion is not just about finding a new, shiny place. For Meghan and Harry, it's more complicated. Every move they make is analyzed and criticized. A new home means new expectations and more speculation. Are they leaving Montecito because of the pressure? Or are they looking for something more meaningful? Something that can't be found in a postcode, no matter how luxurious? One thing's for sure, Meghan and Harry have always made bold decisions. From leaving the royal family to pursuing their own path, they are not afraid to take risks. So, what's next for them? A smaller home? A move overseas? Only time will tell. What we can learn from Meghan and Harry's next move. The sale of a multi-million-pound mansion might seem like a problem we'd love to have. But there's a lesson in Meghan and Harry's decision. Sometimes, you have to let go of what everyone else thinks is perfect for your own happiness. How many of us have stayed in something that didn't feel right because it looked perfect? Meghan and Harry's move is a reminder that your own approval is the only one that matters. As they move on, Meghan and Harry are showing us it's okay to change course. It's okay to seek something better, even if it's not the easiest choice. What's next for Meghan and Harry? Where will they go next? That's the big question. With rumors of new projects and charity work, their future is uncertain. But one thing is sure, they'll face it with courage and conviction. Your turn. What would you do? If you were in Meghan and Harry's shoes, what would you do? Would you stay in luxury or seek something new? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to share this story if it made you think about what it means to live the perfect life. Sometimes, happiness is about finding a place that feels like home, even in an £11 million mansion. Think about it. When you imagine a life like Meghan and Harry's, you might picture glitz and glamour. But living under constant public scrutiny can be tough. It's like being under a magnifying glass all the time, with every move analyzed and judged. Imagine trying to raise a family in this environment. You have a beautiful mansion, but outside, the world is watching. Privacy becomes a luxury, something most of us take for granted. Every time you step out, it's news. But the bigger question is, does living in paradise make you happy if you're constantly under a spotlight? For Meghan and Harry, the answer seems to be no. This question applies to more than just royal life. How often do we chase the idea of perfect and end up feeling trapped? A step toward freedom. When Meghan and Harry left the UK, it was a bold move. It shocked the world. They wanted freedom from royal duties, media, and a life not their own. Moving to Montecito was a step towards creating a new, independent life. But freedom is a journey, not a destination. Sometimes, what seems free can feel limiting. Their Montecito mansion, though grand, might feel like a golden cage. Selling the mansion could be a step towards true freedom. They might be leaving behind expectations and a life that doesn't fit who they are now. What's behind the facade? The pressure to keep up appearances is huge. Meghan and Harry moved to Montecito to build an image. A big estate in California fit the royal couple's new life story. But the mansion might now symbolize what others expect, not what they want. We often buy into what we should have, only to find it doesn't make us happy. Meghan and Harry might be breaking free from the image to live authentically. What does home really mean? Home is more than a place. It's a feeling of safety and comfort. It's where we can be ourselves without outside pressures. For Meghan and Harry, Montecito might not have felt like home. Leaving might be about finding a place where they can live authentically, without past or future expectations. Home isn't about size or design. It's about feeling at ease in your space. Sometimes, that means making tough decisions about where you live. Lessons we can all learn. We might not face selling an £11 million mansion, but we can learn from Meghan and Harry. It's okay to let go when something isn't right for you. Prioritize your happiness and peace of mind over appearances. Life is fluid, and what works today might not tomorrow. Stay true to yourself, even if it means making choices that seem confusing or shocking to others. Is this goodbye to California? What's next for Meghan and Harry? They might be considering a return to the UK or a new chapter in another country. Canada is also a possibility. Wherever they go, they are writing their own story. They are not letting tradition or expectation dictate their path. Isn't that what we all want? To live life on our terms? This is where you come in. Meghan and Harry's story might feel far removed from your everyday life. But the themes are universal. The pursuit of happiness, the courage to make bold decisions, and the quest for a life that feels true to who you are. So, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Is there something you're holding onto because it looks good on the outside, even though it doesn't bring you joy? Are you living in a way that aligns with your true values, or are you chasing an image of success that doesn't really fit who you are? It's not always easy to make changes, but remember, real happiness comes from living authentically. So, I challenge you to take that step, whether it's a small change or a major life shift, and move closer to the life that feels right for you. And, of course, if this story has inspired you or made you think, don't keep it to yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments or spread the message to someone who might need to hear it. After all, we're all on this journey together, finding our way home, one decision at a time. With that, Meghan and Harry's Montecito chapter may be coming to a close, but their story is far from over. And in the end, isn't that the beauty of life? No matter where we are or where we're going, there's always another chapter waiting to be written. What will yours be? As Meghan and Harry prepare to close the door on their Montecito mansion, the world is watching their next move with anticipation. After all, they've become experts at surprising us. From stepping back from royal duties to launching projects in media, philanthropy, and business, they've shown that they are not afraid to defy expectations. But here's the thing about the next chapter. It doesn't have to be predictable. In fact, for Meghan and Harry, predictability seems like the last thing on their minds. They are living life boldly, and there's a freedom in that, a freedom we can all learn from. What if their next step isn't just about real estate but about redefining what it means to live life on their terms? Could we see them break away from the usual celebrity patterns altogether? Maybe this move is about more than just location. Perhaps it's a symbol of transformation, a chance for them to grow even further away from the constraints of their past and fully step into their future. It could be a chance to pursue new passions, dive deeper into their causes, and expand their impact on the world. Could Meghan return to acting? Could Harry take on a more public leadership role in global humanitarian efforts? The possibilities are endless. Reinventing the royal narrative. What Meghan and Harry have done over the past few years is nothing short of extraordinary. They've taken a royal narrative that's been in place for centuries and completely flipped it on its head. And in doing so, they've created something new, something we haven't seen before. Their decision to leave the royal family was met with both praise and criticism, but regardless of where you stand on the issue, you have to admit, it took guts. They chose to prioritize their mental health, their relationship, and their family over tradition. And that's a lesson we can all take to heart. In a world where so many of us feel the pressure to conform, to stay in jobs we hate, to maintain relationships that no longer serve us, to live lives that don't align with who we truly are, Meghan and Harry's journey reminds us that it's okay to break away. It's okay to rewrite your own story, even when it means walking away from something that seems glamorous or prestigious on the outside. One of the most fascinating aspects of Meghan and Harry's post-royal life has been their ability to reinvent themselves as entrepreneurs. Sure, they could have chosen to fade into the background after stepping down from their royal duties. They could have lived quietly in Montecito, enjoying their wealth and raising their children out of the spotlight. But that's not who they are. Instead, they've dived headfirst into projects that align with their passions and values. From their deals with Netflix and Spotify to their work with the Archie Foundation, Meghan and Harry have shown that they are more than just former royals. They are business people, creators, and changemakers. It's never too late to start anew. You can change your path at any age. Whether you're young or older, you can always try something different. Building a life that truly represents you is possible. It's about embracing change and exploring new opportunities. What's next for you?